Quick disclaimer before I start this. I am sorry if I say anything that is not Hytale relevant. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's not there. Like, I say this is Hytale, and it's not really Hytale. I am basing this off of limited knowledge that the entire community probably has right now. Hytale, as far as I know, has been a game that has been in development for 11 years, I think. Most of my research that I've done is based off background knowledge, based off videos I've seen. This video is stuff my friends have said as well. So hopefully those sources are enough to get a little bit of credibility here. But the main point of this whole thing is just to see what Hytale could become and how it could benefit from being different than Minecraft. Like how it could get a whole different community than what it seems right now. It feels like a lot of creators are trying to push the whole Hytale is completely different than Minecraft thing. And we'll get into that later and what my thoughts on that are, because if anyone really cares. But anyways, really quick gist, if you don't know what Hytale is, a lot of people are calling it the latest Minecraft clone. It's basically a block-based game where it's more magic themed and you're exploring a world where it's a brand new game. So it just literally came out. The people that are playing it now bought it for pre-release. That's how they got it. It's barely on anything right now. It's on their own official website. I think you have to get it only on computer, and unfortunately I don't have access, so maybe I'll get access in the future. We'll see. Open world style game. You're hitting monsters, you're gearing up, you're going mining, you're building a house with a lot more creative features, and we'll get into all the different features that Minecraft offers and Hytale offers. But the basic gist of the game, RPG, in a block-based world. That's the basic gist that it comes down to. And obviously, Hytale is going to grow from there. That's the plan. It's not just meant to be just a Minecraft clone. It is in very, very early development. And again, my background knowledge is limited, so we'll see how far we get into this video. Might be super short, might be super long. We'll see. And I like to blab, so it could really go very long. I'm also just doing this now because my Relics episode is not coming out in quite a few weeks. It's going to be a month before I can get another Relics episode out, which I normally get them out really, really fast. But this one's going to take me a little bit longer. I'm kind of focusing more on quality this year. That was kind of the focus of Destination, this latest whole season of Relics. And so I'm going to be way more focused towards quality. And you might see some quality improvements on my channel, because that is what I need to make sure I hone my focus in on them. But anyways, let's get into the main topic. I kind of talked about what Hytale is, kind of, and we'll get into the difference. Like I said, we'll get into the difference between that. But here are what I have a friend's opinion. We have Dragon. We don't have her voice, but she did send me a comment because I asked in our group chat that we have, and I was like, hey, what are your guys' thoughts on Hytale? And I'll probably show the response on screen. Again, this might just be Minecraft footage I'm showing, but I'm going to quote it here. I don't know, seems like Minecraft, but not. Recently only started to mildly hear about it recently. Which is true. This game has only been relevant recently. Like, it's like it's been out there 11 years ago, and they said it was like the short release trail 11 years ago, which is just crazy to me. But a lot of us are starting to hear about this game now because it's just gotten so much hype, because it finally came out. And my first thoughts on it were, honestly, the art style is really cool, but it really screamed Minecraft to me, because it's a block-based world. How else are you not supposed to equivalent that to Minecraft? It's like looking at a different creature creator, and since Pokemon is so big, you see everything else as like some sort of Pokemon thing. It's the same difference. It's the bigger company kind of becomes the mascot of that entire genre. And if you do something similar, I mean, again, all ideas aren't original, but that's a similar idea. You're going off of their ideas. You can't distinct yourself from that. You can't. I know creators online right now, it's probably like a whole thing. They're trying to make sure it's distinctive from Minecraft. They want it to be totally different. But in reality, you can't fully distinct yourself from an idea. You just can't. People will see the dissimilarities. As you grow, yes, I'm sure the games can become a whole lot different. But right now, it has the same base concept. I'm not going to be like, well, it's a completely different game, so let me just keep an open mind. No, it's the same base concept. What Hytale offers the difference to Minecraft is where it gets interesting, as Hytale is a more magic-focused game, while I see Minecraft as more of a medieval-focused age, where it's focused on the age of getting gear and, like, developing land and stuff like that. It feels like more like colonization. Colonization is that the right word for that? Looking type of era. And within that, there's also a bunch of the monsters are completely different. The art style is, again, like I said, it's reminiscent of the game, but it does really do its own take on it very well. I mean, it's got a whole. It really leans into the magic element, and that gives its identity. Not the blocks and all that. The blocks is its base idea. What that Hytale adds that Minecraft doesn't is its identity. And Hytale's identity kind of forms around how it feels more video gamey. Minecraft feels like there's a lot more to be creative in it, and Hytale has a lot there. And I'm going to get into all these topics in like a more big succession, because I don't want to give too much away because I have the topic. But anyways, my first main point is that this mainly comes idea from one of my friends who gave me the idea for this video. I'm not going to name drop them, obviously, but they were like, the reason why they're not a big fan of Minecraft. Not only does it make them motion sick, but it also causes they don't like playing games where the world has to be built for them. Which again, that's Minecraft's core concept. So Minecraft, as much as it is a game for many people and there's always something to offer, it's probably not the game for them. And that becomes a difference between Minecraft and Hytale. As Minecraft, you have to form the story yourself. You have to get the blocks yourself. There's not the villagers. Sure they're there, but are the villagers really like interactive with you? If we're gonna be honest, they're kind of just doing their own thing, and the villagers are like they're just the exact same thing when you come and find them. Like they're sure they're biome difference, but like the structures, there's not a lot of story there. Like they have it, but it's really up to community interpretation. It's just how you see the game. Like you get gear, you get armor, but like there's a central focus on you building your own thing. There's abandoned villages, which makes you wonder what happened, but there's really not a lot of ruined stuff. It just kind of feels like more stuff to explore rather than lore or background, which I know people can go on a whole lore spree with that, but there is definitely a lot more that you would have to deep dive into, find all that stuff. So I guess there is a world built around you, but it's very minimal, and it's very more present that you're the one creating this world, you're the one writing the story, all that stuff, which makes Minecraft one of the best parts for me, because I am a creative person. I like building things. I like creating things. I don't like things being built for me. I like finding my identity in building and stuff like that, my identity and creativeness, all that stuff. And I don't want to get too deep into all those topics there, but like, I'm talking about identity and like how you become your identity as in your new ideas. That is what I mean. Your new ideas. That is what I mean by identity for the future. But Hytale, on the other hand, has a very much more obvious lore perspective, as it kind of shows the world being instead of the world is being built around the player is in part of the world. It has a much more worldwide view, less self-centered, I suppose, to more like a more observant third person. From what I've seen about Hytale, they do a very good job at showing the third person. There's a lot of detail and progress is put into that. It's easy to see. I'm sure my friend, if they played it when they get the chance, probably won't get motion sick from it, because it feels much more natural. It feels like it almost feels like Legends of Zelda to me. Legends of Zelda E. And, I mean, it's Hyrule Hytale. I keep messing them up too in my head, so if I said it wrong already, it feels Legends of Zelda E to me. But it's definitely, there's ruined stuff. There's interesting caverns to explore. The monsters, there's not a lot of guiding to you. I'm sure Minecraft doesn't have a lot of guiding, but it is very intuitive to think about. But there's a lot of upgrading that's needing to be done in Hytale. There's a lot of like new places to explore, and you have to go to. There's a full-on temple to explore where you can learn about all the different creatures in the game. Like, that's a lot of effort put there, but it definitely tells you there is something screaming at you that there is magic in this world. There is a worldview already written for you. You are just a person in the world. You're not the person developing the world. Difference between the creator and the person in it. And so Hytale does a very good job at getting that part of its identity right. And that is one of the main things why I think Hytale will be very beneficial to people that they like having the ideas there for them. Because, I mean, a lot of the hot topics recently are AI. And I think that Hytale almost, in some ways, is the AI. This sounds like a huge stretch. I know. But in this scenario, Hytale is a platform that is already created around you for you. Like, it's just, you don't have to worry about creating too much. It's clear that building houses and building all that stuff and being creative isn't the main focus. The main focus is gearing up and exploring and all that stuff. Completely different shifted focus. It's almost like to me, it's like because recently AI has been a hot topic with, well, are you really being creative if AI is doing the work for you? Like, is that taking away creativity? And in some ways, Hytale is almost like the better version of AI to me. It's basically saying, this world is here for you, don't worry about creating it. But it still makes it a game. It doesn't feel like it's man-made too. So there's ways to make that same feeling that AI gives without having to feel like it's not someone's idea. It is someone's idea. And I'm sure I'm getting somewhere with this, where it's someone's idea that they have made, and now you're just taking it further. With AI, it builds it all for you. You don't have to take it much further. You stop using creativity. But Hytale still gives you that creativity option, which is why I think that is what we should learn from and focus on, is be careful that we're not giving our creativity away. Before I get into a more deep topic on that, maybe I could do a whole video on that if you guys really want me to, but there are a few other notes I have here. Now, my next point here is the challenge level on Hytale. Hytale, from what I've seen, is a way harder game than Minecraft. It's harder to gear up, it's harder to fight animals, it's just harder to do a lot of the general just stuff. You can't just get a build, you can't just get food really easily because you can't kill the animals very fast. You can't sleep until a certain time. The game is much more like an actual game starts with. It's harder. And part of that is, I think that's the perfect solution to what Minecraft, I think, suffers from. And that's what I try to do in the latest season of Relics, is play the game more slowly. Now, I did it wrong. I will openly admit that I should not have taken away redstone this season. Maybe not elytra. I don't know. I know I definitely shouldn't take redstone this season because there's been a lot I really want to do with redstone, but I've been sticking towards the no redstone thing. So it's almost done with the season anyways. We only got a few more months, so I'm sticking with it. But rather than take stuff away and make it harder to play the game, it adds stuff that makes it harder to play the game, if that makes sense. Like, it adds that level of harder. Rather than take away the redstone in this case, me taking away the ability to use redstone in the latest Relics Minecraft season. If you haven't seen Relics, you can go watch it. I mean, it's not like I'm suggesting anything. But rather than take away that redstone, Hytale's adding something like just new challenge. That honestly perfects. I know Minecraft speedrunning is a whole community, but honestly, I don't like Minecraft personally as a speedrunning game. I like to enjoy my games. I like to take the time to go through them. And I think that is the perfect solution to speedrunning. Now, people can still speedrun the game, but you're going to have a lot more fun enjoying and gearing up. Like, that next gear up, diamonds aren't just going to be another thing you just randomly find in caves anymore. There could be a huge solution. Whatever the diamond is in Hytale, I don't know. No one's really gotten that far, if we're being honest. But, honestly, even if you see that as bad or good, it just makes, to me, that's what I want to see more in Minecraft. That's how I'm going to be playing more of my Minecraft, all my Minecraft series I do in the future. That's just how I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it how it needs to be played. Rather than try to speed run through it all, I'm going to play it how it feels natural and just whatever I find the most fun. So that either means just adding in more challenges or just completely going crazy in the game, because that's the goal. But it all depends on what your goal is. So speedrunning is good if that's your goal. But Hytale kind of takes that away and makes the challenge more fulfilling. And also just, you can have so much more adventures along the way. And it's almost like, once you get netherite armor in Minecraft, what are you really threatened by? A stray baby zombie? Sure. Maybe an enderman? The Ender Dragon, I suppose. You can fight him again. Piglin Brutes. Sure, those will probably be challenging, but is anything really hard after that point? Does it feel too easy? You gotta work your way up there. And so Minecraft, a lot of people just skip past all the steps to work their way up there, and sometimes that's the best part of the game to me, which is why I think I'll probably enjoy Hytale when it comes out. But anyways, my last point, and this one kind of starts with a question. But why are all the Minecraft creators saying that Hytale needs to be different than Minecraft? They're just trying to avoid that comparison. Because either they don't say it because it's just very obvious, or they want to enjoy it as a completely separate game. But why do they want that? And the reason why is because they want Hytale to grow in its identity. If they cement it as Minecraft now, if you cement Hytale as a Minecraft clone now, that's all you're ever going to see it as. In your back of your mind, be like, yeah, I suppose that's just another version of Minecraft that I can play, but which one would you rather play? If you won't want to play both. You shouldn't get the experience from same experience for every single game. That is not the primary goal of games. The goal of games is to show different levels of different enjoyments. Again, the goal of games is to teach you something new about the game, about yourself, about just general knowledge stuff. It's the goal of games, like the goal of school. It's to teach you a new skill. That's what they want you to learn. If you're doing that, as long as it's a fun new skill, you're having fun. That's the key. The key, I'm sure there's probably so many things that people could take and run with this because it's a theoretical video and it's just my thoughts, guys. But, to me, the key is just learning something new and finding something new within the game. Like, lots of times in my footage, I'll keep in stuff I find new if it's the least interesting because maybe something new will learn from it. One of the best things recently is the spears. The spearing TNT in Minecraft. It was a new thing that Minecraft added, and then the community took and turned into something new, a brand new experience. A game is supposed to last in memory. If it's good, if it does its job right, you're going to be thinking about the game the whole time long. I was thinking about Pokemon Legends ZA ever since it came out, and honestly, I got really crazy about playing it. Then I played the DLC, and honestly, mainly I think it was the fact that people started posting leaks about Legends ZA. If you don't know what that is, it's like the latest Pokemon game. I'm a Pokemon fan. Sue me. Once people started taking away, posting the leaks online of what all the new megas look like, and it just pop up in my feed, and so I'd just go on YouTube to post a video, and I'd see it. It took away that new learning from me. It took that away, so I try to be most blind to things as I can, which is why I'm kind of upset at Minecraft with how they release updates. They pop up on your feed, and so I know there's coming in the next Minecraft drop, but I'm trying to be blind to it. I'm trying not to see it so I can learn, I can have that experience. That first look experience, that's what I want. And I don't know, maybe you don't feel the same way as me. I always label myself as like a creative. I like the things that are creative. I like the first experiences. I like the early game. That's what I find fun. But I can find fun in the other things too. It's just really, you just have to be able to enjoy and learn to just let some things go and just have fun. And in the end, honestly, Hytale is probably very good for Minecraft in the end. Minecraft's probably got a lot of publicity from it. And I think Hytale will be a good game separately. I hope that Hytale offers things to people that normally wouldn't play Minecraft. Because again, those people are out there. Despite the, I think, 31.96 million as of 2026, maybe. And my source is probably not right. But I still have multiple sources, I think. So I think we're fine. 31.96 million people is not the entire Earth. There are going to be people not playing the game of Minecraft. It's crazy, I know. I don't know why they're not doing it. But Hytale will offer another experience. And open the door, potentially the floodgates, for people to come to Minecraft. People to come to Hytale. It benefits everyone in the end, as long as everyone does the main goal. Create a game with something to learn from, and make that learning fun, unique, and and trying to find its identity based off a core idea that can be shared. It's okay to share ideas, guys. As long as it's got its own identity, then to me, it's creative.